If you haven't watched my first video on the theory of wholes, head over to YouTube and search on Diamond Approach Theory of Wholes, or just type in this identifier. Wholes can be conscious, semi-conscious, or unconscious. Most are completely unconscious until triggered. A conscious whole may be something like, I feel like I'm missing something everyone else seems to have, like my model came off the assembly line missing a part. A semi-conscious whole might be something like having a regular sense of anxiety, a knot, nausea, or something else in a specific place in the body. Unconscious wholes are usually brought into awareness in one of four ways: through psychodynamic work like the Diamond Approach, or from external attacks. That's when something calls my attention to a whole, like someone attacks me, my superego attacks me, or I project my superego onto someone. The ego mind has two basic strategies for dealing with wholes. One is to avoid them or cover them up, and the second is to fill them up, either through grandiosity, trying to recreate what's missing, or identifying with a whole and try to fill it with a substitute for what's missing. Say we're dealing with a whole around intelligence. I can get a bunch of degrees, read a bunch of books, impress people with my intellect, and so on. One result of this strategy is that I can become quite intelligent in this world, but the whole is still driving the activity of accumulation. Or I can say, who needs intelligence? Sports are more important, and I can become a great baseball player or a great auto mechanic. Each of these has their own type of intelligence, but my whole around intelligence sees them as less intelligent than, say, a rocket scientist. Working with wholes is challenging and requires a body-oriented process of exploration, like the Diamond Approach's diasomatics, because the wholes form prior to our capacities for abstract thought and self-reflection. Remembering and reconnecting with our essential nature requires much more experiential learning than conceptual understanding. The process of covering up and avoiding wholes creates patterns of tension in the body, referred to as body armor. These contractions in the muscles and nervous system need to be brought into awareness and worked with compassion, steadfastness, and an appreciation for their origins as survival mechanisms. This is why it is recommended to work with someone like a Diamond Approach teacher who has explored their own wholes and has training to help guide and support others. Is it worth it? You may ask, what's the reward? Well, you get reconnected with what was lost. The results seem to be universal for everyone, in that it feels precious, beyond price, and there's peace because the emptiness of the whole is no longer driving the endless activity of seeking for what was lost. This is a very simple snapshot of working with the theory of wholes. For more understanding, read Chapter 2 in Diamond Heart Book 1, Elements of the Real in Man by A.H. Almas.